Welcome back to the Daily Morning Sports Feed on Reds Army, with me as editor Olivia. Today, let's take a look at some notable sports news in the past 24 hours. Thank you for always supporting and accompanying us. Come to the following hot news. Western and Southern Open. Rafael Nadal's Cincinnati returned spoiled by Borna Coric. LeBron James, Los Angeles Lakers agree to 2-year, $97.1 million extension that includes third-year player option. Josh Donaldson's walk-off grand slam in 10th saves the day as Yankees earn improbable win over Rays, 8-7. Western and Southern Open. Rafael Nadal's Cincinnati returned spoiled by Borna Coric. In Sunday's opening press conference, Rafael Nadal stated that he wanted to enjoy this week in Cincinnati. It was his first appearance at the Western and Southern Open since 2017. Unfortunately for the 22-time men's singles champion, it turned out to be a short week. Nadal, playing for the first time since withdrawing from Wimbledon prior to the semifinals in early June due to an abdominal tear, was upset by 25-year-old Borna Coric from Croatia, 7-6, 9, 4-6, 6-3. "Well, obviously I didn't play my best match," Nadal said. "I need to improve. I need to practice. I need to return better." Coric is now 2-0 lifetime against Nadal in the Western and Southern Open, 2016 round of 16, and 3-2 lifetime. It was their first matchup against each other since the 2017 Canada Open in Montreal, which Nadal won 6-1, 6-2. Nadal, whose injury put an emphasis on his serve, said Sunday, "The abdominal is a place that is dangerous because in every serve you put a lot of effort there, so I need to take the things a little bit easier and do the things the proper way." It was a pair of double faults that haunted Nadal in the first set tiebreaker, which went to Coric 11-9 after both survived set point. "Obviously, I had my chances, in the beginning. In the tiebreak I had two important chances with 2 set points that I played terrible with 2 more or less easy shots," Nadal said. Nadal said it was difficult to assess if the injury had any impact on his play Wednesday night, mentioning that he will undergo a test before heading to New York to make sure everything stays the way that we want. Searching for momentum, Nadal found his groove in the second set after Coric took an early 3-2 lead. Nadal, who won the Western and Southern Open in 2013, broke Coric's serve and rattled off 3 straight games in 4 of the final 5 to take the set, 6-4. While Nadal had the momentum and the support from the Cincinnati crowd, Coric seized control in the 6th game of the third and final set, breaking Nadal's serve to take a 4-2 advantage. A pair of heavy returns from Nadal in the final game gave the upper hand to Coric, who then finished the match in the upset with a strong forehand. "It's obvious that I was not ready enough to win the match today, and, as I said, credit to Borna, Coric, that he played brave," Nadal said. Nadal is 22-12 lifetime at the Western and Southern Open while Coric improves to 8-6. Coric advances to face Roberto Bautista Agut in the round of 16 on Thursday. Agut knocked out American Marcos Gorin 6-3, 6-3 in Wednesday's earlier action. LeBron James, Los Angeles Lakers agree to 2-year, $97.1 million extension that includes third-year player option. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James has agreed to a 2-year, $97.1 million contract extension that includes a player option for the 2024-25 season, Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul told ESPN on Wednesday. The extension, which includes a 15% trade kicker, makes James the highest-earning player in NBA history with $532 million in career guaranteed money, surpassing Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant. James is ineligible for a no-trade clause because he agreed on an extension, not a new deal. But the new contract's starting salary of $46.7 million, the 15% trade kicker and James's stature as one of history's great players likely make him a Laker for as long as he chooses. James had been entering the final season of his contract, worth $44.5 million, and now joins All-Star Anthony Davis with the ability to negotiate new deals with the Lakers or become free agents in 2 seasons. With the deal, the 4-time NBA champion and MVP and 18-time All-Star eliminates concern that he could enter free agency next summer. Despite approaching 38 years old, James remains an All-NBA level player and the centerpiece of the Lakers' contention hopes. James is ineligible to be traded during the upcoming 2022-23 season because the second year of his extension exceeds a 5% raise. The Lakers could have north of $20 million in salary cap space in the 2023 offseason and would have the ability to sign a third max contract player in the 2024 offseason. The player options increase salary cap space if players decline them, and yet remain on new deals. James, who turns 38 on December 30th, is limited to signing a 2-year extension because he will be 38 or older when his current deal expires, a rule in the league's collective bargaining agreement. James's eldest son, Bronny, is entering his senior year of high school, making him NBA draft eligible in 2024. James has repeatedly stated his desire to team up with his son on an NBA roster before he retires. The Lakers missed the playoffs in 2022, despite James averaging 30.3 points, 8.2 rebounds and 6.2 assists. Injuries limited James to 56 games. Josh Donaldson's walk-off grand slam in 10th saves the day as Yankees earn improbable win over Rays, 8-7. The Yankees thought they needed some youthful energy to get out of their funk. Maybe all it will take is some savvy veteran hitting. After making a cosmetic shake-up to their roster Wednesday by bringing up 2 prospects, it was 36-year-old struggling slugger Josh Donaldson that gave this team their first big win in a month. Donaldson hammered a 10th inning, walk-off grand slam to beat the Rays 8-7 at Yankee Stadium. The guys were pumped, Donaldson said of the celebration on the field. I definitely think that was some kind of release of some joy and some frustration over the past couple weeks for sure. The Yankees snapped a 3-game losing streak and won just their 3rd game in their last 14. They are 9-17 since the All-Star break and 12-22 since reaching their high water mark of 38 games above .500. They moved back to 10 games ahead of the Rays, 62-54, in the American League East. With Aaron Judge as the ghost runner in the bottom of the 10th, Gleyber Torres singled and Anthony Rizzo walked to set the stage for Donaldson. Donaldson's grand slam was just his 3rd homer at the stadium this season. It was the 10th walk-off grand slam in Yankees history and just the 3rd with the Bombers trailing by at least 3 runs, joining Jason Giambi and Babe Ruth. I think that's who we are as a team. I don't think the last 2 weeks is who we are, Donaldson said. I think that's a little more of a blip more than anything. For us to be ourselves and go out there and compete to the last final out and pick each other up. That's what we do. It is what the Yankees did a lot of in the first half of the season. Wednesday's walk-off was their 13th of the season. It was their 31st come-from-behind win. The Yankees had to battle back twice Wednesday night. Jose Trevino led off the 8th with a single and DJ LeMahieu, pinch hitting for Esteban Florial, lined the first pitch he's seen since Saturday into right field to put the tying run on base. Andrew Benintendi drew a walk and then Pete Fairbanks walked Aaron Judge on 4 pitches to cut the Rays' lead to 4-3. Torres, who had snapped an 18-game homerless streak with a 2-run shot in the 6th, grounded into a double play to end the threat. It was the 11th inning-ending double play with the bases loaded for the Yankees this season. Anthony Rizzo, however, led off the 8th with his 28th home run of the season to tie the game. But then after getting 1.1 scoreless innings from Scott Effross, Aaron Boone went with Aroldis Chapman with 1 out in the top of the 10th. The Yankees' former closer came in and walked back-to-back batters to load the bases with 1 out. He struck out Jose Siri and got ahead 0-2 against Francisco Mejia before the Rays' catcher chipped a 101 mph fastball down the right field line for a 3-run double. I mean, that's one of those gut punches, with what we're going through, especially when it felt like Chappie was kind of riding the ship there, Boone said. He gets Siri on the strikeout and has 2 good heaters to start out Mejia and then it's that kind of block hit over there and it's just inside the line. It's kind of a gut punch right there. But credit to the guys, it's like, hey, let's keep fighting. It has been a fight for the Yankees the last 2 weeks. They have lost 5 straight series. Without Giancarlo Stanton, Achilles injury, and LeMahieu, missed 3 games with big toe inflammation, their lineup has looked lifeless. Donaldson, the former AL MVP the Yankees took in a trade to acquire Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, has struggled. He's slugging .391 with an OPS of .698, well below his career averages of .496 and .859 respectively. He's been grinding a lot, as a lot of these guys have, especially lately, trying to get on track, Boone said. He's a great player and a great hitter. And, I keep believing that that's going to show up in an extended period here and that's about as big as one you can get right there. Donaldson's struggles, along with those of Kiner-Falefa and Aaron Hicks, as well as the team's recent slide had them adding prospects Florial and Oswaldo Cabrera to the roster Wednesday. Florial made a tremendous catch at his shoelaces to end the seventh and went 0 for 2 in his 25th Major League game. Cabrera went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts in his Major League debut. "Today was amazing. Today was so amazing," Cabrera said. "I didn't get my base hit, but we got the big win. I was so excited to be a little part of it." And those are also the most outstanding morning news today. Thank you to everyone for listening and following redsarmy's daily news. If you find the video interesting and useful, please click like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the latest sports news.